What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So today we're going to do a follow-up to the series of videos that I'm doing on legislators or Congress people behaving badly. So we're going to take a look at Lauren Boebert, and I'm going to show you. I'll actually show you guys right now. She tweeted this, and this was a couple of days ago, says, big wins as local communities are receiving over $20 million for important water and infrastructure projects. I'm grateful to all the stakeholders who brought these local priorities to my attention and helped ensure my 10 requests were passed into law. So she posted this on Twitter, and then it says Representative Boebert secures over $20 million for Colorado water and infrastructure projects. So why is this a big deal? We're going to talk a little bit about this in this video. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and then click all. By clicking all, you'll get notified anytime we post a video. We do daily videos here, so by clicking the bell notification and clicking all, you should be getting updated every day. And just a reminder, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter and Threads, you can at the TEC Show Live. Okay, so why is this a big deal? She's talking about bringing home the bacon, right? Bringing home money to her old district. So this is District 3. This is the district that she is currently representing. However, she is moved to another district, and now she's running in the 4th district in Colorado. And she's not doing very well in Colorado. Actually, she's not polling high, and they've done some straw polls, and she's lost and not even come close to winning. And then we just had this revelation last week that the congressman in the 4th district will be stepping down. He'll be resigning this week. And so that means they're going to have a special runoff election. And that special runoff election, she is not able to run in because she would have to give up her seat in the 3rd district in order to run in that runoff. And so whoever runs in the special election, they're going to have a leg up on everyone else if they win. And so they'll be the incumbent. So they'll actually be doing the job from the time that they have the special election until November. So they have a leg up. They can say, well, I'm experienced. I've done some work. You know, I've done this. I've done that. They have a short record, but they'll have a record to run on. Whereas Lauren Boebert won't be able to do that because she would actually have to give up her seat in the 3rd district in order to run in the 4th district. So she can't do that, or at least she's not going to do that. It's possible for her to do it, but she'd be taking a huge gamble because she'd be giving up a job and then jumping into a race, not knowing if she's going to win. And if she doesn't win, now doesn't have any job at all. However, she probably won't have a job as of January of next year anyway. But this would just expedite that process. So maybe it's not in her best interest to jump in to that special runoff race. Okay, so why is this a big deal? Well, you guys probably can guess. She's talking about infrastructure, bringing this money home to her district, $20 million. She's praising the fact that she had some people that were involved with this, letting her know what they need in the district. However, when we look into this just a little bit further, and the Huffington Post actually wrote an article on this, but I'm going to go to this tweet because I thought this was pretty funny. So this Jody Alford, she responded. She said, you voted against the bill that is providing the money for these projects. And then it says at Representative Boebert and at Lauren Boebert voted against every bill that would have helped our district. Colorado 4, learn from our embarrassment. So this person's in Colorado, the 3rd district, and they're saying, look, Colorado 4, you guys don't want this woman representing you because she's going to vote against these bills. And in this case, she's going to try to take credit for something that she voted against. And then they have her voter record here just showing all the different bills that she voted against. Of course, she voted against Build Back Better, the American Rescue Plan, bipartisan infrastructure bill. And so a lot of that money, I would think, would have come from the infrastructure bill, National Bone Marrow Registry, Violence Against Women Act. So she's just going down all of the bills that she was against. And so very interesting. And this isn't the first time that we've seen something like this. I showed you guys a video about a month and a half ago of a representative in Miami who was saying the same thing, praising the fact that she's bringing this money to her district. And then she was questioned on that on air. There was an interviewer that asked her, well, you know, you're praising the fact that you're bringing these millions to the district. However, you voted against the bill. And she actually said, well, I have to look into, I don't know. She was really kind of a deer in the headlights, didn't know how to respond, and just kind of had to say that, oh, I don't really know. I have to talk to my staff. Like, what? You have to talk to your staff? Your staff, you should know what you're voting for and what you're voting against.
About some of the spending going on in Congress and the fact that Congress doesn't seem to be able to.
Let's go to the Americas Act, which ties with Argentina.
No, let me go to spending,
which I also introduced in Congress.
Last month, you were at FIU and you presented a check for $650,000 to help small businesses at FIU. But you voted against the bill that gave the money that you then signed a check for and handed and had a photo op, the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2023, right? You voted against that bill.
Right now, you have to give me more details, but I do know that every time I have an opportunity to bring money to my constituents, I do so. I just did $400,000. But look,
but you voted against the Chips and Science Act, right?
Listen, right now I need to ask my staff. But what do we look at the $40 million that I have brought to this community? Aren't you proud of me? Aren't you proud of the $40 million that I brought?
But how
Aren't you proud that I wrote the Dignity Act? Haven't I? Let's talk about the Americas Act.
Wait a second. Let me 1 second.
Tell me.
The money that you talk about, the $40 million that you bring back to the district, sometimes that money comes from bills that you voted against. You voted against the CHIPS Act, and yet you praise the fact that the South Florida Climate Resilience Tech Hub is going to be started in Miami, right? You voted against the infrastructure bill, and you talk about all the money that comes back to the airport. So at the same time that you're taking credit for the money that you bring back to the district, in Washington, you're voting against these projects on party line votes.
Listen, that was, I think, last cycle. I cannot really remember right now, but
and so that was just her way, I think, of just trying to kind of save face and get out of the interview without having to admit that she voted against something, and now she's praising it. Here is the Huffington Post article here that we were talking about. And it says Representative Lauren Boebert voted against $20 million earmarks, but takes credit anyway. And she's not the only lawmaker that's doing this. You have a lot of lawmakers that are doing this, but she wants to be out in the front, and that's the problem. Being on Twitter and things like that, that's where her problem is. Lawmakers will do this. They will take credit for things that they don't do. And it's sad. It's a sad situation. And the American people were getting fooled by some of these Congress people because that's what they do. They vote against something and then they say, oh, when the money comes, hey, guess what? I'm doing all this stuff for you guys. And so it's about time that we really figure out these politicians and get these politicians out of office. They don't need to be there because they're not doing any work. And it's just, it's hurting us. It's not helping us at all. And I'm glad that we have social media, we have YouTube, we have Twitter, we have all these different platforms, and now we can get information very, very fast. Whereas in the past, we couldn't get this information. Could you imagine 20 years ago or 30 years ago? We would never know. You would have a politician doing this exact same thing, voting against a bill, and then when the money comes, they would be out, at the ribbon cutting saying, hey, look what I did for the district. We would never know because we would have to do a lot of legwork in order to find that out. And even the press wasn't really reporting that much on stuff like this. But now that we have the internet, now that we have social media, we can find this information out really fast. You have websites you can go to find out exactly how lawmakers are voting on certain issues. And so it's just the information is there. Now it's our job to look at these politicians and say, no, you don't deserve to be here. We're going to vote you out. And Lauren Boebert will probably be voted out in the next election. I can't see her winning in the 4th district in Colorado. So in January, bye-bye Lauren Boebert, and hopefully we'll see some other lawmakers also lose their positions because we have lawmakers that are there just to cause chaos. If you're there to cause chaos, we don't need it. We don't need you there causing chaos because you're not helping the American people. So I want to know what you guys think about this, so let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.